folks, so this is Wayne Everhart from ThinkTechMD. This is TTMD Billiard Streaming. I'm talking a little softly right now because there's not a whole lot of people in the building. And right now we have Rodney Morris and Jesus Atencio. So thank you all for joining us. Go ahead and share the stream if you may. All right, folks, so this is Wayne Everhart from ThinkTechMD. This is TTMD Billiard Streaming. Right now we have Jesus Atencio at the table. And they're racing to 9 this morning. And I'm kind of whispering because there's nobody here in the building yet. And I really don't want to interrupt the players with my commentary. So just hang tight. And as more players come, I can start speaking a little bit more freely. Nice break by Jesus. You can see the 1. Cue ball is not in an ideal position as it was kicked. So Jesus is going to go ahead and play the 1 ball cross side, trying to hold that cue ball for position for the 2 in probably that top right-hand corner. If he plays the cut in the side, he's going to give him a hard time for the 2. So Rodney's taking a look at this 1 ball. He kind of needs to get back over there where Jesus left him so he can get position for the 2. Otherwise, maybe you take the 1, just take what it gives you, and go ahead and play safe on the 2 ball. Maybe play the 2 ball just behind I think it's the 4 ball. Play 2 rails and then stick the cue ball behind the 4 as a safe. But let's see what he does. So he was trying to get position back down the table, probably on the 2 there, trying to force that ball. All right, Jesus to the table. Yeah, Lee, we have the final 24 players here this morning. And to be honest with you, I think we definitely miscalculated the length of the matches yesterday in our calculations for the day. I don't think the players were playing particularly slow. I think that when we looked at the numbers originally months and months and months ago, we were just thinking that the pros would level out the speed of the field. And what we didn't really consider is maybe some of the nerves that comes along with the amateurs that are playing the pros. And so what happens is there's a lot of shots that they would fire at normally, but given the circumstances and the money, there was a lot of safes being played. It slows down play. So Lee, let me know if the volume is okay this morning, if I need to adjust it. At some point this morning, folks, I'm going to have to give you all some dead air. I'm going to have to do some housekeeping. We've got the raffles, the drawings to get together from all the people that were doing donations. We need to get that list sort of updated, and we'll have donations coming in throughout the day. So what we'll be doing today is giving away some autographed balls by Earl Strickland. We'll also be giving away some swag with some tournament shirts that we have, tournament t-shirts. We'll also be doing a drawing for the big prize, which will be a free entry into the Bob Stocks Memorial 9-Ball Championship, April 15th to 17th. Or or they'll be allowed to choose the next TTMD Billiards Streaming 10-Ball Open. So again, at some point today, I've got to do a little bit of admin work, give you guys a little bit of dead air. It won't take long, but just bear with us. So Rodney takes the early lead, 2-0 over Jesus Atencio. Yeah, Jeremy, we agree. I think it was definitely miscalculated. The pros actually, towards the end there last night, were getting the matches done in about an hour. So, yeah, I agree. Hour and a half was a little light for sure. Definitely should have been 2 hours. But here's the case. Even if we would have set it for 2 hours, the field is still 64. So what would you do? It really wouldn't have changed anything. You'd just been running late anyway. The only difference is instead of trying to declare to everybody early that the final 16 would be coming back the next day, we would just let them know that the final 24 would be coming back. I think next year what we'll do is change the B-side race. We'll make it a race to 7 on the B-side. That might speed it up a bit. And it's going to take some tweaking because obviously we can't go any smaller than a 64-player field. It wouldn't really be worth it. And we have limited tables. Well, next year we'll have 9 tables instead of 8 at this facility. So that'd make things a little better. But we weren't really short for tables. It wasn't that. The issue wasn't the tables. It's just a matter of that's just the time it took for the matches. So, again, some adjustments to be made for next year. Yeah, well, that's what we figured as well. We'll probably be getting out of here somewhere around 11 p.m. tonight if things slow down. But if not, we should be out of here a little earlier than that. we're hoping to be out of here about 9 or 10 o'clock tonight. So we'll see. Yeah, Jeremy, just to share, I have a whole production list of commercials, flyers, and all that stuff. And we had been unable to do any of it because of not having any time between the matches. So was a little distressed about that situation yesterday, and so I'm going to have to work with some of my sponsors a bit and try to fix things, because I really did not expect that at all. But from a pool player's perspective and a pool fan's perspective, you couldn't have got much more than what you were asking for yesterday. I mean, great pool, and plenty of it. So Rodney looking to go up 3-0 here. Kind of funny, because I spoke to Rodney before he arrived, and you talk to these players, and the first thing they tell you, "Oh, I haven't hit a ball in 3 months." The man is a machine. Yeah, thank you, Jeremy. So we've been actually making a list as we've been going along today or over the weekend, of what is working and what's not working. So we'll make some changes for next year. An event like this, I'm very grateful that it's gone as smooth as it has, aside from some of the added on things that I wanted to do in the stream. But from a perspective of good pool and a good stream, I'm pretty happy with that. But we'll work on the production and try to fix things. Nice break there by Jesus. So if you're just joining us and this is the first day that you've caught our stream, this is the TTMD 10 Ball Open Championship. We're out here at On Cue Sports Bar and Grill in Front Royal, Virginia. This is a $10,000 ad tournament. And I know folks were asking, hey, where'd you get that $10,000? So what it is I have a technology company, ThinkTechMD. And so what I did was started reaching out to some, not just the technology partners, I did that as well, but also the small mom and pop shops in the pool community. An example, Baltimore City Q's with CJ and Peggy Wilkinson, and so we just started reaching out and get a feel for what we could put together for a purse, and then we felt pretty confident we could get to our goal. And so we went ahead and started putting everything together. And frankly, it turned out great. So I can't be upset with the response. especially given COVID. We keep in mind we started putting all this together November of last year, and there was a lot of uncertainty going on then. We were getting commitments for pros, even then, primarily just because, everybody was hungry to play, and Front Royal was still playing pool, and you just had to wear a mask, etc. So we felt like we could put something on here, and we had a couple scares during the scheduling. At one point, the expo was scheduled to land right on June 25th to June 27th. We were all holding our breath for that. I couldn't really change my schedule, so fortunately, everything worked out great. The response from the players here has been fabulous. Even though we overran some times and planned times for the schedule, I think the players knew better than us or than I what the actual timing was going to be. And they were really accommodating. In fact, Brandon Schuff, I owe him a shout out. He came over to me and said, "Hey, Wayne, you're going to have to make a decision here and let people know about these times." And it was really cool of Schuff to do that. I really appreciated that. So I got with our tournament director. We made some adjustments. 1 second, I'll be right back. All right, folks, I'm going to go ahead and put the bracket in the chat here, and I'm going to pin it to the top. So Jeremy, just to let you know, Earl Strickland is out. He lost to Shane Wolford last evening. First loss of the day was to Jesse Engel. So Jesus looking a little frustrated with where he left himself, going to the jump cue. So Jesus with a good hit on the jump. Rodney to the table. Yeah, I hear you, man. I think everybody's still running on empty. This morning I woke up thinking to myself, oh man. But I do love what we're doing. And I have no regrets at all. It's been a great event so far. Lots of positive feedback. Everybody really ready to do it again, in fact. So that's really good stuff. So Rodney out 5-0 on Jesus. Jesus just hasn't had a chance to catch any gear. Rodney hasn't allowed it. Oh, buddy, where are you streaming at today? Jeez, I feel you. I know that whenever I try to stream and compete, it's very difficult for me to try to keep my head in both. Nice break there by Jesus. Problem with the 4, problem with the 1 because the 4 blocking the face of it. You can probably go rail first. If you do, you probably want to go to the long rail if you can. Bring the cue ball over for the 2. Yeah, just that way. You could probably go under the 4 the other direction, but it's going to send the cue the other up table. It's not really going to help you with the 2 ball. So he's going to probably have to settle for this combo unless it goes by the 5 here. It goes by, no problem. Oh, man. Up in my neck of the woods. Well, have a good time. I'm glad you're going to be streaming for them. I don't know how you're going to stream those guys. It's pretty tough. It's not really set up to really stream easily, but I know that you have your laptop and such. But they really do need a stream out there. There's no question. They could use it. So, folks, if you're listening, you can, Jeremy, why don't you go ahead and put a link to your page so that our folks can follow you when you get a chance. You don't have to do it now, but when you have an opportunity. So again, it's not about trying to monopolize streaming and such. It's about sharing the wealth with the community, making sure that there's opportunities for everyone, streamers, players. The more streamers we have out there that are collaborating and communicating with one another, the better off we all are. All right, Rodney Morris to break, leading 5-1. And folks, I'm going to be talking a little soft here for a while because the building's a little empty. We don't really have any of the general admission in here yet. It's all just players. So I don't want to talk too loud. Exactly. Oh, wow. That's unfortunate. So Rodney to the table, leading by 4. So if you watch Rodney play, man, he really makes it look easy. Just sort of just cruising around the table, nice and calm. Same cadence each and every time. Doesn't get animated. Nice shot there. Draws that cue ball back. Sets up for the 7. Fires the 7 ball in the corner pocket. Comes around 3 rails. Sets up for that 8 ball beautifully. Nice shot there by Rodney. So, Jeremy, if this is any indication of what the pace is going to be like today, we are going to be dancing. Because Rodney is putting on a show. So, folks, again, my name is Wayne Everhart. I'm from ThinkTechMD. I'm actually the owner of ThinkTechMD. And ThinkTechMD is a IT service provider, technology service provider. And what I do is I provide services like web design. I can do social media campaigns for you. If you have a small business, I can manage and maintain all your systems and servers for you. A lot of times small businesses do IT by committee, so if you happen to have some, what they call computer skills per se, you end up being the office IT person. Sometimes that's not really efficient for that person, and it can create some problems for a company, especially when they're trying to keep up with patches and keep their company safe and secure. So you can reach out to me. We can have a conversation. Again, my name is Wayne Everhart from ThinkTechMD. And I'm going to go ahead and put a link up in the chat for our website in case anyone out there wants to reach me for my technology services. Yeah, so feel free to click on that link. Check out ThinkTechMD. I offer quite a few services there. And just about anything you need related to technology, I can help you with. 27 years in the industry, and I'm a subject matter expert on many disciplines. Yeah, Dan, Rodney just makes it look easy. He's the type of person that if you go out and watch him play, you may have a hard time judging his speed because everything looks so easy, but that's because he's making it that way. He's always on the proper shot angles. Well, when you're always in the right spot, the shots are easy. He just has exceptional control of the cue ball. So he's up 7-1 on Jesus Atencio, who is by no means a slouch. He just hasn't had any opportunity. And keep in mind, we're playing alternate break, so it's not like Rodney can run a 6-pack. So he's break and serve essentially. All right, so Rodney to break, leading 7-1 on a race to 9. Pretty nice effort there. Yes, and what you're talking about, Dan, is confidence. As soon as they start getting a feel for the amount of throw that they get with the balls that they're using, the reaction that they get off the rails, as soon as they get that dialed into their computer, their brain, these guys just do this innately. They just start playing and they start getting the feel. As soon as they have that feel, look out, because they start being able to do just magical stuff with the balls. That mind's eye that you have to have when you're hitting maximum spin, you have to have a mind's eye over how much throw you're going to get. And these guys are just incredible at adjusting. That's the key for these guys. That's the difference between a top pro and someone just moving into the pro ranks. These guys just adjust so quickly. You're not going to hear them complain. They're just going to adjust. Mr. Steele, thank you for joining us this morning. Super excited to have all of our friends out here competing. You know, Larry Steele is a personal friend of mine, and it was really awesome to have him involved in our event. I know a lot of players out here that are amateurs had the time of their lives to just have an opportunity. So I'm glad that I was able to have some of my friends out here involved with the event. Dan, thank you very much. I haven't had a chance to really go through my email the last day and a half. Primarily once we headed out to get here and get going. I really haven't had the opportunity, but I will. I'll go through my email and I'll get back to anyone that had reached out. Certainly we'll be going through the email shortly to generate that list for all the people that made donations. And we'll post that. We'll assign everybody a number. I was actually going to do a random draw, but I think that's kind of hokey. So what I'm going to do is take a ticket and put everybody's number on there. And what we'll do is mix it all up and we'll have someone draw it. I think that'll be the best way to do it. And we'll have one of the pros do it. And whoever wins, I'll try to get them to sign your ticket for you. And that'll come with you with whatever item you win. Or ask them to sign, not have them, ask them. I don't think it'd be a problem. Everybody here has been tremendous. I will tell you, I have ran into a few pro pool players outside of an atmosphere like this. And what I'll tell you is it is really cool to see these guys interacting with one another in a very comfortable scene. They're all just having a great time, laughing, getting along. It's just been really cool because a lot of times when you might catch a pro out by themselves, you know, they're out there, they're trying to have a little private time. They don't want to be, you know, people coming up to them all the time with looking for signatures, etc., blah, blah, blah. So here they've just been hanging out with their peers. Obviously, we have fans here getting autographs, but the pros are having a great time, and we've had a lot of positive feedback. So it's really cool to see everybody just smiling and carrying on. And, you know, there hasn't even been a single talk about any type of side action here. Everybody's just been playing their games and laughing and just chilling. And Alex, man, it's the first time I had a chance to meet Alex Paguline. And yesterday, I think he was a little bit more reserved because of all the traveling he was doing. This morning he's a little wound up. It's kind of fun to see. So hopefully we'll get a chance to see Alex here on the TV table before too long. So Rodney on the hill, leading 8-1 over Jesus. Oh, wow. That's the first unforced error I've seen by Rodney. To be honest, I don't think I've seen him, because I've been watching him on and off today, on and off for the last 2 days, looking around. And that's the first unforced error I've seen. But if you're Jesus, you need a little opportunity, so you'll take that. So Jesus has given him a little angle for the 6. He should be able to hit with a little draw. Send the cue ball out towards the center just a little bit. Give him an angle for the 7. Nicely done. Probably just drive through the 7 ball a little bit. Come off the short rail. Come around just like so. All right, so Jesus getting a little stroke going. Folks, if you get a minute, go ahead and share our stream. I'm a one-man band here today, so if you have an opportunity, just go ahead and share. Try to get the viewership up. Also, if you haven't, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. We're trying to get to that magic 1,000 subscribers. You know, this is actually the first of many events that I think that TTMD will produce. So if you're interested, definitely follow us, certainly on Facebook and on YouTube. And we could definitely use the support. So thank you very much for your time. Bobby, that's funny. No, we checked out of here probably last night. I was home back at the hotel room about 4 a.m. Our last matches were finishing up around 3:30 or so, which wasn't horrible. Honestly, the number of players in the field, 64, and 8 tables. There wasn't really much you could do about the time. Although they were underestimated, the times were going to be the same either way. So we did learn a little bit more about how to estimate the times, and there would be no way that we could get to a final 16 on day 1. Not with the current races. And I'm hesitant to shorten the races because this is a Pro-Am event. The races need to be long enough to be considered a pro event. So, you know, I didn't really want to shorten them any further than 9 games, 11 games, and 13 games. So we elected to stay away from the 11. We went to 13. And so we'll have, once we get down to the final 16, we'll do a redraw today. And we'll start racing to 13. It'll be single elimination at that point. Nico, for an amateur, it was $100. For a pro, it was $200, which is a very reasonable fee for a pro entry. The add-on purse was $10,000.